Some writers are happy to sit down at their computer with just the seed of an idea in their head, a sliver of a scene, or even just an image, and see where the story takes them. Others need to plan out the whole story chapter by chapter, scene by scene, before they can type a single word. Whichever type of writer that you are, sometimes free writing can be just that, freeing, helping to loosen up your writing muscles. Well, it's certainly a useful tool for short exercises, helping you to get to know your characters, explore settings, or play out an argument. But when you have a whole story or even a novel ahead of you with a potentially complex plot, large cast and expansive landscape, it can help to have really thought ahead and gathered as much information as possible before you start a story. And there's a payoff. The more you imagine, plan and exercise in advance, then the more you'll save yourself time and effort in the long run. Doing so means that you're less likely to have to delete chunks of a narrative or scrabble about for possible character details that should have been guiding you from the beginning. Now, this is a stage when you can really take your idea for a walk. In other words, water your seed and let it grow a little as you tighten your premise and shape your character and plot. This is where you should really get a feel for what works and what can be revised, or what should be just screwed up and thrown in the bin. To do this, you'll need to perform a kind of one-person brainstorm, coming up with more ideas than you need and just keeping the ones that carry the greatest currency, and rejecting those that will start to limit the story or threaten to take it down a wrong turn or dead end. Now, you can do this on post-it notes or paper, on screen, or just in your head. Often, though, the easiest way is to loosen up your mind by loosening your limbs. Take yourself for a walk maybe, but don't forget to take a phone or a notebook with you, because there's nothing worse than coming up with a gem of an idea when you're miles from any paper or pen. Now, whichever method that you choose, really enjoy this part of the planning, because it's a time to really go to town and let your imagination rip and play around with possibility. You can rein it in later when you're drafting or even editing, but right now you can shoot for the moon. Get a notepad or a sheet of paper and write down everything that you know about your story so far. Now, this could be a big plot point or something just as small as a single word, and then distribute your words and phrases over your pages with space around them. Pick one of those and start scribbling down other phrases or ideas that come into your head around or next to them. Do the same for all of your phrases and words, and allow your word association to really take control. Do any of these snippets resonate? If so, do the same word association exercise with those to see where they lead to. Keep going until you've doubled the number of words that you've started with. Now, not all of them will be relevant to your story, but what you will have done is loosened up your mind and really got it ready to work with words.